Upland Elementary Bears, it is Miss Rachel. I miss you all so much. I wish we could still spend every day together, but unfortunately, it's safer to be apart right now. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to connect with you. So if you are from Upland Elementary and you are watching this video, leave a comment down below and say hi. I would love to hear from you. On this channel, some of the things that we're going to be doing is cooking in the kitchen as well as some outdoor activities too. So hopefully from these videos, what I want you to get is both inspiration to have fun in the kitchen and have fun outside during this time of uncertainty. All right. Today I'm going to be making tuna salad because that's what's in my cabinet and that's what's available to me. So hopefully if you have tuna salad or if you have tuna or chicken in your pantry, you'll be able to make this along with me. If you do, again, leave a comment down below. I want to see it or a picture. But let me show you how I make mine. All right, let's go.
Okay, I wanted to start out with a little bit of a disclaimer. This recipe does require a lot of chopping, and as you can see, there is a knife and a cutting board involved. So if you are allowed to use knives in your household, please make sure you have an adult supervisor, a parent or guardian present when you are working with knives, just for safety. And if you are not allowed to use knives in your household, then you can be the official mixer after someone else who is allowed to use the knives does all of the chopping for you. These are all the ingredients that I like to put into my tuna salad. Here I am showing you my nice and clean hands that I washed for 20 seconds in warm water with soap. This is the tuna that I'm using. It happened to be in my pantry. It has 19 grams of protein per serving, and there's 3 servings in this can. So I'm going to use the can opener and open that up. And if you push the top of the can down, you'll see some juice come up. You're going to want to go ahead and pour that out into the sink. We only want the tuna to go in our bowl. As you can see, the tuna is now drained and I'm going to put it into the bowl. Does anybody remember what category protein goes into from the Grow, Go, Glow lesson? If you're thinking in your head right now that it belongs in the grow foods, then you would be correct. As you can see now, I got the mayonnaise out, and you're going to put 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise in with the tuna. So after I put in the 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, I'm just going to go ahead and give that a mix to get everything incorporated. The next thing that we are going to do is move on to the other ingredients to put into our tuna salad. I'm going to chop up my onion first. I'm going to start this by chopping it in half just to get a flat surface. When we have a flat surface to cut from, it allows for the whatever we're chopping to stay nice and sturdy. So I'm going to flip that onto the flat side and then cut the ends off. After I cut the ends off, I'm going to peel the outside skin layer off because that is not something we want in our tuna salad. I'm going to use my bare paw when I cut to make sure that none of my fingertips are exposed to the knife. I'm going to turn it over, make sure that it still has a nice flat sturdy surface, and continue chopping it the other way to get a nice dice out of it. And you can see I'm still protecting my fingertips. And I'm going to put that into a measuring cup, and I decided to put about 1/4 cup onions into my tuna salad. The next thing I'm going to cut up is the celery. I'm cutting off the ends because they look a little dried out. And I'm going to use the tunnel method here. If you had a pickle lesson with me, then you know about this method. My fingertips are on the outside of the celery, and then my knife moves in between that tunnel. Notice if when I have to change my grip of my hand, I stop using the knife. That keeps my fingers nice and safe. So you're only slicing the vegetable when your hand is completely stationary and has a good grip on the item that you're chopping. So I went back to my bear paw to get a nice dice out of the celery. Now I tend to like a lot of ingredients or flavor addings in my tuna salad, but you can add as many or as little as you want. Maybe you only like the tuna and the mayonnaise with some salt and pepper, and that's totally fine. Or maybe you just want to add the celery or the pickle that you'll see in just a minute. That's the beauty of tuna salad, is you can put whatever you like in there. I personally like a lot of things, so I put lots of stuff in my tuna salad. The next thing I'm going to add is some apple. Now, you might be thinking that I am crazy for putting an apple in my tuna salad, but I really like the little bit of sweetness that it gives. So maybe you could try it. Again, you saw me cut off a piece of that apple right around the core to make sure that I had a flat surface, and then flipped over the apple so it was on that flat surface so that the apple was nice and stable when I went to chop it up. Again, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of this diced apple to my bowl. Alright, now that we've added something sweet, I want to add something tangy, and pickles are great for that. So here I am getting a pickle out, and I'm going to chop it almost the same as the celery, although the pickle can get a little bit slippery. So even if you are allowed to use knives in your house, this might be a good one to ask a parent for help on. Or you also might just have relish at home, and if you have pickle relish at home, you can just use a tablespoon of that, because that is how many or how much of the pickles I'm going to add to my tuna salad. A new knife skill that you'll see me use in just a second is called a mince. And so I don't like huge chunks of pickle in my tuna salad. Here comes the mince. And so what I did is I diced it, but then now I'm going to mince it to make sure that the pieces of pickle are very fine. The way that I'm doing that is I'm using my left hand to hold the knife tip onto the cutting board nice and firmly. And then I'm using a very fast chopping motion with the hilt or the handle of the knife. And so that's going to give me very small pieces of pickle, kind of like the pickle relish that you probably have in your fridge. So I kind of realized that 1/4 cup of pickle would kind of be a lot of pickle. So I decided to just add 1 tablespoon of pickle to my tuna salad. Again, tuna salad is so customizable. You can make it whatever you want. I'm just showing you my favorite way to make tuna salad. I'm just giving it a last little stir here before we add our salt and pepper to taste. I added about 2 pinches of salt, but again, this is to your taste, so do as much or as little as you'd like. Okay, so the next thing we need to talk about is what to put your tuna salad on. I am going to make little cucumber sandwiches. So I'm going to slice this cucumber up, and I'm not going to make a flat base, but that's intentional because I want to make little round circles so that I can make little cucumber sandwiches out of them. If you don't have cucumber or you don't like cucumber, you can always put this tuna salad just in between 2 good old pieces of bread. You can see me start to assemble my little cucumber sandwiches here. So I used a cucumber as both a top and bottom piece here. Aren't they so cute? So I just, spooned a little bit on, put another top on, and moved on to the next. which you'll see me do in a second in a still photo that I ended up really loving, was I actually found some crackers and I used a cracker as the bottom piece of my sandwich, put a dollop of tuna salad on it, and then topped it with a cucumber round. So it was kind of like cracker, tuna, cucumber, and I think that was probably my favorite way to eat it. And here was my plate that I had for lunch of my little mini tuna salad sandwiches. Aren't they so cute? The next day what I did was actually I took out a piece of romaine lettuce that you can see here and made like a tuna salad lettuce boat. And that was just a different and fun way to eat the tuna salad as well, that if you don't have cucumbers or you don't like cucumbers, you could do it that way. All right, friends, that's it for this episode of A Food Adventure with Miss Rachel. I will see you next time, and I hope you got some inspiration to maybe try having some fun in the kitchen and maybe even have a little tuna salad. See you next time. Bye!